The distant echoes of World War II have long faded into history books, but what if I told you that some of its darkest secrets remained hidden, concealed by a web of deception, long after the war ended? In the aftermath of chaos, bloodshed, and shattered lives, there emerged a story that few have dared to tell. A story that delves into the depths of human ambition, the shadows of power, and the unfathomable consequences of choices made during wartime. Chapter 1: The Forgotten Files. It was a cold, gloomy evening in a small town on the outskirts of Berlin, where an old, decrepit building stood, unnoticed by the world. The year was 1946, and the world was still reeling from the horrors of World War II. The building, seemingly abandoned, held secrets that were buried deep within its walls. Inside, a man named Robert Keller, a former intelligence officer for the Allied forces, sat hunched over a dimly lit desk. He was now a broken man, haunted by the memories of the war and the burden of what he knew. Robert had stumbled upon a trove of classified documents, hidden away by the Nazis during the final days of the war. These documents held the key to a conspiracy so sinister that it would shake the foundations of history itself. Chapter 2: The Pursuit begins. With the war over, Robert knew he couldn't trust anyone in the crumbling intelligence agencies. He decided to embark on a perilous journey, searching for answers beyond the line of conventional warfare. Armed with nothing but his wits and a few loyal friends, he set out to uncover the truth. As he delved deeper into the documents, Robert realized that they pointed to something far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. There were mentions of secret experiments, hidden facilities, and the development of technology that could change the course of history. It was as if the Nazis had been working on something beyond the realm of conventional warfare. Chapter 3: The Hidden Agenda. Robert's investigation took him across Europe, from the ruins of Berlin to the remote corners of the continent. Along the way, he encountered a web of intrigue, betrayal, and danger. He met people who had lost loved ones during the war and were willing to risk everything to uncover the truth. The trail eventually led Robert to a small village in the Austrian Alps, where he stumbled upon a hidden research facility that had been abandoned for years. Inside, he found the remnants of a project codenamed Operation Elysium. The pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place, revealing a dark and unthinkable agenda. Chapter 4: The Unthinkable Discovery. Within the hidden facility, Robert uncovered something that sent shivers down his spine. It was a prototype of a device that had the power to manipulate time itself. The Nazis had been on the verge of creating a weapon that could rewrite history, erasing their own atrocity and ensuring their dominion over the world. The implications were staggering. Robert knew that he had to stop this technology from falling into the wrong hands. With the help of his allies, he worked tirelessly to disable the device and destroy all traces of its existence. But time was running out, and a shadowy organization, born from the remnants of the Nazi regime, was hot on his trail. Chapter 5: The Final Showdown. As Robert and his team closed in on the conspirators, they found themselves in a deadly game of cat and mouse. The organization was determined to protect their dark secret at any cost, and they would stop at nothing to eliminate anyone who stood in their way. In a heart-pounding showdown atop a remote mountain peak, Robert faced off against the leader of the organization, a man who had been a key figure in the Nazi regime. It was a battle of wits and wills, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Chapter 6: The Aftermath. In the end, Robert Keller emerged victorious, but not without scars both physical and emotional. The technology had been destroyed, and the truth had been exposed, but at a great cost. The world would never know the full extent of the horrors that had been averted and the sacrifices made to prevent them. As the years passed, the story of Robert Keller and his journey beyond the line of conventional warfare faded into obscurity, a forgotten chapter in the annals of history. But for those who had been touched by the darkness of World War II, it remained a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for truth in the face of unimaginable evil. And so, the echoes of World War II may have faded, but the story of Beyond the Line would forever remind us that sometimes the most profound secrets are hidden in the darkest corners of history, waiting to be uncovered by those who dare to venture beyond the line. Chapter 7: Legacy of Truth. After the dust had settled and the world began its slow process of rebuilding, Robert Keller couldn't let go of the past. He felt a deep responsibility to ensure that the truth about Operation Elysium was never forgotten. He spent the post-war years tirelessly documenting his findings, compiling evidence, and gathering eyewitness accounts. In 1950, he published a book titled Operation Elysium, Unmasking the Shadows of World War II. The book was met with skepticism by some, who found it difficult to believe the extent of the conspiracy. Still, it found its way into the hands of those who had been affected by the war, survivors and descendants alike, who sought closure and a reckoning with their past. Chapter 8: A New Beginning. As the decades passed, the story of Beyond the Line became a symbol of resilience and courage in the face of unspeakable horrors. Robert Keller's legacy lived on through his writings and the testimonies of those who had been touched by his quest for the truth. In the years that followed, the world saw significant changes. The Cold War, the space race, and the rise of technology all reshaped the global landscape. Yet, the lessons learned from the events of World War II and the relentless pursuit of truth remained ingrained in the collective memory. Chapter 9. Unveiling the Unthinkable. It wasn't until the early 21st century that more concrete evidence supporting Robert Keller's findings began to surface. Declassified documents from various intelligence agencies corroborated the existence of Operation Elysium, albeit in a much more limited scope than previously thought. These revelations shook the world, reopening old wounds and sparking a renewed interest in the untold stories of World War II. Chapter 10. The Quest for Closure. With the newfound evidence, a group of historians, investigators, and descendants of those involved in Operation Elysium embarked on a journey to unveil the full extent of the conspiracy. They combed through archives, interviewed witnesses, and sought out any surviving members of the clandestine organization. Their quest for closure led them to previously unexplored tunnels and bunkers, where they discovered more sinister experiments and a trail of documents hidden away for decades. The revelations shocked the world once again and ignited debates about the ethics of secrecy in wartime. Epilogue. Beyond the Line. Today, the story of Beyond the Line continues to evolve. The world is still grappling with the dark secrets of World War II, and the legacy of Robert Keller lives on. The pursuit of truth remains a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there are those who will stop at nothing to uncover the hidden stories that shape our history. Beyond the Line is not just a tale of a bygone era. It is a reflection of the enduring quest for justice, accountability, and the preservation of the truth. As long as there are those who remember the past and seek to uncover its mystery, the echoes of World War II and the secrets it concealed will never truly fade away. Chapter 11. Unearthed Revelations. The historians and investigators were astonished to find that the Nazi regime had been working on not only time-altering technology, but also biological experiments of unimaginable cruelty. This journal contained chilling accounts of human experimentation, genetic manipulation, and attempts to create superhuman soldiers. It was a harrowing testament to the depths of depravity that some individuals had sunk to during the war. Chapter 12. Seeking Redemption. As the revelations continued, the descendants of those who had been involved in Operation Elysium found themselves facing a moral dilemma. They grappled with the guilt of their ancestors' actions and sought ways to make amends for the atrocities committed in the name of science and power. Others established educational programs aimed at preventing history from repeating itself. They believed that by acknowledging the horrors of the past and working towards a better future, they could find redemption for the sins of their forebears. Chapter 13. The Final Piece of the Puzzle. After years of relentless pursuit, the investigators finally uncovered the last piece of the puzzle, a series of letters exchanged between high-ranking Nazi officials and foreign scientists. These letters revealed a shocking international network of collaborators who had been complicit in Operation Elysium. The implications of this discovery reverberated worldwide, leading to renewed discussions about ethics, accountability, and the responsibility of nations and individuals during times of conflict. The international community grappled with how to bring those who had been part of this conspiracy to justice, even decades after the war had ended. Chapter 14. A World Transformed. The revelations surrounding Operation Elysium prompted a global reckoning. It led to calls for greater transparency, ethical guidelines in scientific research, and the protection of human rights during wartime. The lessons learned from this dark chapter in history spurred a commitment to preventing such horrors from happening again. The world was forever changed by the story of Beyond the Line. It became a symbol of the enduring human spirit, a reminder of the importance of truth, and a testament to the resilience of those who dared to uncover hidden secrets. It also underscored the power of collective action and the potential for redemption, even in the face of the darkest of pasts. Beyond the shadows. Today, the legacy of Beyond the Line lives on. It is a reminder that the echoes of World War II, with all their horrors and secrets, continue to shape our world. The story serves as a beacon of hope, inspiring future generations to seek truth, justice, and the protection of human dignity. In the end, Beyond the Line is not just a story of the past, it is a reflection of our shared humanity and our eternal quest to rise above the shadows of history. As we continue to unearth the secrets of the past, we are reminded that the pursuit of truth is a noble and enduring endeavor, and that even in the darkest of times, the light of knowledge can illuminate the path to a better future.